We're going to take a look at how we can use the iLoader script and load to directly load some sample data using Kettle into Engine. So first of all, to show you that this is our current repository, we've got the demo database in here. I also want to show you my sample data file, very simple data file with cust ID. I'm actually going to make this a bit more difficult and put a dot in the name because we know that Engine doesn't like dots in names. First name, last name, value, date, and then we've got cust ID 13, Mal, Roberts, integer 1, and then a date. This is UK date time or US date time, whichever. And then there's another record for Pete as well. So I'm going to save that. So now to actually do the work, sorry, we don't want that. We want to see Kettle. We're going to first use a text file input to load our records, and then we're going to use the iLoader script and load to directly load them into Engine. Now this script and load is actually multi-mode, but we're only going to be looking at the direct load mode in this example. So the first thing we need to do is we need to add our sample data file. So we'll add that to our list of incoming data. We need to set the correct delimiters. So I know that this is comma. And then we're going to hit get fields to get our data fields. And we can see that it's automatically worked out the field types. So this is one of the cool things about Kettle. It's automatically worked out the field types, and we can see it's already given the names as well. So if we preview the rows, we can also see the data that there's nicely separated out. So once that's done, we're going to use the iLoader script and load. So this needs a little bit of configuration. So we need to select the direct load option here. We need to give it an engine database name, so it's automatically selected project 1. You may need to modify this if you've got a project with a different name. So we're going to use demo, and we're going to call it, I don't know, sample 1. And we're going to say that it is a comma, although this doesn't actually matter, and refresh. We'll need to specify an engine username, so system and a password. And then if we switch to the fields tab, we need to get fields, and you'll notice that it's automatically worked out the correct engine date mappings and the correct kind of data type mappings, but also it's automatically gone through and replaced any invalid characters. So there we see the cust.id to be cust_id, and you can actually go in and modify that and make it cust_id, for example. Also to note is that the fields are not indexed by default, so if you want to index them, you have to go through and click. If you've got lots of these, one of the cool functions in Kettle is to right click and then do copy field value to all rows, and that will, it's actually set it to no, but if I go to yes, and then if we right click on yes, sets them all to yes. All very nice there. I'm going to hit OK on that, and we're going to save it, and then we're just going to run it, and we'll see it runs very fast because it's not doing very much. It's just loading 2 records, and it says transformation is finished. If we then switch to our AMC and do a refresh, we should see a sample 1, I think I called it, table appear, and in here you can see it's got cust_id, which is an integer. You can see the values. If you double click on the table, you can see cust_id, first name and last name. And that concludes the demo.